So I clicked this video, but then I want to click this video here because I'm just like, oh, look at this, look at this little bugger. Oh man, what does this say? FBI's worst nightmare finally caught, and the story behind it's amazing. Oh my god, stop! Oh my god, no, I can't. I just can't. You guys are doing this on purpose. I fucking hate you all. Holy shit. Oh my god. Stop it. This is too fucking but this is even better. It's like this is in my normal feed. It's like why? Why the fuck am I getting news from fucking Australia? Oh my god. This is too fucking so in order to get my local news, I gotta turn to a fucking oh god, I'm crying. I'm fucking crying. This is too good, man. Oh god. No, I can't. So I want to. Okay, hold on.
Joe Biden continues on the way he's doing. A lot of people out there
Let's
with the buyer remorse. They
wait.
might have wanted to.
Hold on. So in the middle of that, because I want to get to this one. I don't want to hit the wrong button. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, and then there was this thing about Chernobyl, and the reason I clicked that is because, oh, what do they say? It's like, oh, look, the animals that live at Chernobyl, and there's a picture of a fucking yak. I'm like, oh my god, I really, if I fucking could, if as long as you're close enough, I will fucking strangle whoever the fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck this shit. This. So I can't even wait to get to this one at this point. Hold on. So let's turn to my local news from Australia. Fucking reporting about America. Hold on.
Get rid of Donald Trump, but they didn't really think that old moderate Joe was going to turn out to back all these radical, really far left policies, the most left-wing administration ever.
Which brings me to, I mean, this feeling about, so in the same way that people who hated Trump somehow found his presidency to be some sort of aberration which needed to be proven every single day, and that's fine, that exists for CNN, whatever. For those of us who, myself, obviously wanted a return for another 4 years. There's a want to look at some of the failures that exist of Biden. But I'd also imagine too that there's this weird feeling about the Biden presidency that it feels like a transition to the inevitable Harris presidency. And the question is whether it happens at an election or whether it happens when he takes a shower and falls over. I mean, so that's this weird feeling about Joe Biden, that he really feels like a night watchman, not the actual main game, but the main game is being played every single day, and he's wilder than even Obama was, frankly, in some of the stuff he's been pushing.
Oh, man.
Yes, and look, that's really the frightening thing. Who's really in charge?
Here's the best part.
Find out last week that Kamala Harris has been making phone calls to overseas leaders, without Joe Biden anywhere nearby. We saw Joe Biden having an interview with Univision, which is a Latin American channel, about important issues, policy issues, including the housing of these child migrants and various border protection policies that he's dismantled.
Oh God, it's like, oh God, I can't. So it's like, as Kamala sweats over the paperwork of how to fucking deal the drugs, Joe thinks about the children all the time in very special ways. I can't do it, man. I laughed this when I heard this. It's just, I don't know. It was funnier the first time.
And he had right next to him his wife, Jill Biden, or Dr. Jill, as she likes to be called. And she was prompting him when he forgot words, because he is cognitively impaired. That's clear. It waxes and wanes. But he still is very foggy. And she also, in fact, interrupted him at one point to answer a question question better than he
Wait,
had
is
been
that a
answering
fairy
it. So
joke?
she's not.
Did she make a fairy
she's
joke?
not.
He's kind of foggy.
He still is very foggy, and she also, in fact, interrupted him at one point to answer a question better than he had been answering it. So she's not. She's not elected. She shouldn't be doing that. It's pretty bad. And then you have has not given a press conference in the 6 weeks that he's been in office, and he does these sort of weird little outings for a few minutes where he reads from a teleprompter, but the way he reads is, as bad as anything he did during the campaign when he was in his basement. He loses his train of thought. He stumbles over words. He just doesn't seem to comprehend what he's reading. And I think bad as anything he did during the campaign. A few minutes where he reads from a teleprompter, but the way he reads is, as bad as anything he did during the campaign when he was in his basement. He loses his train of thought. He stumbles over words. He just doesn't seem to comprehend what he's reading. And I think, the fact that the other day the administration bombed a site in Syria. It's pretty worrying.
Just go back one more time. This is.
He stumbles over words. He just doesn't seem to comprehend what he's reading. And I think, the fact that the other day the administration bombed a site in Syria is pretty worrying, because Donald Trump made a joke of it yesterday at CPAC when he said, who outings for a few minutes where he reads from a teleprompter, but the way he reads is, as bad as anything he did during the campaign when he was in his basement. He loses his train of thought. He stumbles over words. He just doesn't seem to comprehend what he's reading. And I think, the fact that the other day the administration bombed a site in Syria is pretty worrying, because Donald Trump made a joke of it yesterday at CPAC when he said, who knows what Joe Biden even knows, what the hell he understands. No one really knows how much he's processing. And so you worry about those behind the scenes who are pulling the strings.
Yeah, absolutely. Miranda, love reading your stuff, love seeing on the telly. All the best, as always. I know it's way too early and way too cold, but thank you for getting up in New York for us.
Thanks so much, Paul.
Wait, she's up in New York.
And you, Miranda Devine, find her on all the socials. Read her, of course, in the Daily Telegraph, but of course the New York Post, which is where you can get her each.
What the hell he understands. No one really knows how much he's processing, and so you worry about those behind the scenes who are pulling the strings.
At this point,
absolutely.
I think it's like
Miranda, love reading your stuff, love seeing on the
That's what I
telly.
think.
All the best, as always. I know it's way too early and way too cold, but thank you for getting up in New York.
Processing about that.
Thanks so much, Paul. Love
Good on you. And you, Miranda Devine, find her on all the socials. Read her, of course, in the Daily Telegraph, but of course the New York Post, which is where you can get her each and every day. She's an absolute rock star.
Wow, man, this is freaking. Okay, let's get to this one. Let's find out. This is 22 minutes long. I don't want to freaking. Let's just find out the gist of what the fuck this little guy did.
FBI's worst nightmare finally caught, and the story behind it is amazing. The Federal Investigative Bureau is focused on one thing and one thing only: combating criminal activity. The Domestic Intelligence and Security Service of the United States, they take the law into their own hands, going underground into some of the darkest realms of the criminal world. But not all cases are easy to crack, especially when it comes to one Ukrainian hacker. He kept the FBI on their toes, with twists and turns at every corner. If there's one thing we can all agree on, is that technology has changed the world we live in. Most of us are working in offices or at home off of our phones. 20 years ago, the idea of us having wireless headphones was something unheard of. And now, we have them. But today, we're pushing the boundaries with technology and changing the way we work and communicate with one another. But with the good comes the bad.
I just wanted to hear the freaking... What the fuck did the...
He was going to have to give it a try to find out. When you're living in a rough environment outside of America, you see the U.S. as an amazing place to live. Well, that's what everyone outside of America has been told. It's the land of opportunity. The stereotype of America is that all you have to do is go
Okay, is there, like-
Anna Jail Law Library. He figured out that the machine was connected to the jail computer network, and in a couple of seconds, he was able to have profane comments spilling out of the printers around the entire facility. The jail staff had to even put him on lockdown. Popoff was brought to Hilbert for his first day at work. Popoff was led to a small room, and inside was a desk, table, and Windows machines. Handcuffed to the computer table, Popoff had his first mission, Operation Ant City. With a new identity, he began to connect to the underground chat world as he portrayed himself as a hotshot Ukrainian scanner that has addition for stolen credit cards. His first target was a mysterious man who went by the name of Script.